All right. Good morning once again. Welcome to part 2 of the training Wireshark. Yesterday, we looked at the definition of Wireshark and what Wireshark can be known for. I mentioned that Wireshark is a powerful tool. It's a tool, a network packet analyzer, which we use to capture and inspect data that is traveling across the network. So it can monitor activities in real time, analyze packets to troubleshoot network issues, or detect security threats by examining suspicious traffic. And we also mentioned how this capturing packet works and how we can be able to select them from Wireshark. And I mentioned that packet capture is also known as PCAP. We also looked at the color coding, like light purple. What does it mean? The TCP traffic, the UDP traffic is light blue, black, which shows an error, and there's so many of the colors. So from there, we now look at a typical network analysis using an IP address. So today, we are going to check our IP address, be able to check it against the network to see how that is being captured. But the main thing I want us to know today is how phishing works. Some of you have heard about phishing. We've discussed that. When somebody sends you an email that appears to be an original email with a fake link, once you click on that link, for instance, it is a platform that requires you to log in. An intruder or an attacker now send you an email claiming to come from that platform. When you click on that fake link, it directs you to their own website, and their website is also looking exactly like that of the original website. You now put your credentials, put your email, username and password. Then they will be able to see that at the back end using Wireshark. I'm going to show us how it works today. And again, you will see, because that website or the platform is going to come unencrypted. That's why I always tell anybody, beware of unencrypted or HTTPS or unsecured websites, because your data is in plain text. But if it is, even when it is in secure site, if they have the encryption key and upload it to the Wireshark, they can as well see it. So you must be wary of those fake links. Without saying much, let us deep dive into what we have for today. Now, you can see we have different ports here. Ethernet, ANI, and all that. So let's use our own port. Once you double click on it, it will start capturing, right? So it's going to start capturing once there is an activity in the network here. So remember, you can see once there is something that is going on in the network, is capturing. You can see it. It's capturing. It's capturing, right? So we are capturing the data. We are capturing the data. There is a link which I sent to the group, and I said don't open it. This is where you open it in your virtual box. This is where you can open that link for us to capture it. Now, we've been able to get some capture, so I'm going to stop. You remember how to stop? The red button. We've stopped capturing. When you look at down here, how many packets have we captured? 5,137 packets captured, and 0 of them is dropped. You will notice that my own packets Wireshark is different from your own. You can see my own have 3 layouts, and it has architectural diagram here that shows how packets are being arranged. You can see it. Please confirm you can see it.
Yes, we can see it.
Yes. If you open your own Wireshark, it's not going to be like this. Am I correct?
Well, we've not noticed that. So
Okay, somebody should open their own Wireshark. Open your Wireshark. So, because we are going to do a lot of configuration using this Wireshark. Now, remember, I mentioned to us that we can see how that phishing attack works. If, for instance, the website we opened, our is this IP address. We know the IP address. See, from here, you can see the protocols, TCP, you can see UDP, DNS, and so many protocols that are here. Even HTTP, you are going to see all of them here. So you can see this one that is flagged. The one that is in red is flagged. So now, notice that the source IP address, which is 16.8.2.15, is communicating to this destination IP address 142.258.185.13. So how do you know your own IP address in the system? I want to believe all of us knows how to do that. For context sake, if you don't know how to do that, you can just go to the CMD and then you'll be able to get your IP address, right? So once you get the IP address, you use, if it's in the Windows, go to command prompt, you use ipconfig. When you use ipconfig, you will be able to get it. If you want to get everything, all the IP address in the network, you can say ipconfig/all. That will give you your IP address, the wireless, Ethernet, everything that you need to know. So, but if you just want specifically to get the IP address of the system, you just use ipconfig, right? So that is going to give you just the IP address of the Ethernet. Are we together? So, well, once we are able to get the IP address of our system, then we can now know that, yes, our system is this IP address. Just because this is recorded, I'm not going to display this. So the IP address of this system, let us say the IP address is 10.0.2.15. This one here. So we want to know the destination where is always communicating. How do you do that? You can trace conversation by looking at right-clicking and go to conversation filter. Then you can check the Ethernet ports. Now, this is the conversation that is going on. This is where you now see the flame, the everything. So if there is if the destination is the IP address of that hacker, or let's say you are the hacker here, and this destination is the IP address of your target personnel, you will see that you will be able to get everything that is happening with that person. You can see it. You can see all the authentication. You can see the source, destination IP, the username, the password. You can see everything here. And that is how the person can be able to get your username and password. In fact, that is how organization got hacked. Because when they now get that username and password, if it is in an organization that doesn't have multi-factor authentication in their server, and they were able to get this information, they will use it to log in into the system. And once they log in, they can begin to monitor what is going on in the organization, and they can stay for a while. Before you know it, lateral attack can begin to happen. The SQL injection can begin to happen because they now have access. If it is an admin access that you have, the person that was taking the access that's finished. If it's privileged access, they want to use it to upgrade to admin access. So they will continue what they are doing. Sometimes this attack doesn't happen in a day. Once they get able to get those credentials, they will stay put and then continue to monitor, continue to see what is going on. All right. So from the material I have sent to you, you can see there are so many things you can do with this packet. You can save this packet and analyze it later. You can also open, you can merge it, you can purge this, this save. You can save it as PDF, as a Word document. You can export it. I mean, you can also print it. So when you go to edit, you can see, you can add comments. You can put a time shift. I urge all of you to just go through these menus one by one. Okay, so you can be able to understand how it works. Okay, so now the most important thing you need to understand using Wireshark is how the right click buttons work. Watch, I did a right click. The packet, you can add a comment on this packet. You can see it. You can apply filter. When you apply filter, you can use selected, not selected. You can see the options. The same thing as prepare as filter and conversation filter. Conversation filter is what we did the other time, but we did based on Ethernet. Now we can try secure connection, which is TCP. If I click on TCP, it has brought me here. So these are secured connections. And when you click any of these secure connection, you can see it's going, if I change this graph here, you will be seeing everything in this connection. So the secure connection, the destination to the secure connection is 74.125.2. 21.94. That's a TCP connection. And what is this TCP connection? Let us check. When you come here, you will see the information about that connection. You will see the source, the port where it is being transmitted, and every information about it. Remember, you can as well check, use this filter. Please confirm you can see this filter on top. You can use this filter to be able to get every information that you want. If I put TC, you can see that it's showing red. It means that it did not accept the command. If I put TCP, you can see it has accepted the command by showing green. So that also shows you whether you are doing the right thing or not. Now, that is how to go about the TCP connection. So when I type TCP there, it will give me all the TCP connection. Now I want to see unsecured websites that I visited. Which protocol am I going to use? Unsecured website. HTTP. So HTTP, this is unsecured. You can see these are unsecured. You can listen to the conversation between this source IP address and this destination IP address. You can see there is a handshake between both of them. This one sends to this, and this IP also responds back. Are you seeing the conversation? Please confirm that you can see it.
We are seeing it.
All right, good. So you can as well follow conversation filter for that particular IP address. Okay. All right. So let us look at how I was able to put graph on my own to show. You can see this is source address, this is destination address. This is the protocol. So whenever I click on it, it's going to be displaying here. This is the time to leave. This is the header checksum. This is the payment offset. So this is the flag. This is the identification. You can see this is just showing me what is going on here. How do you set your own to be like this? Please, can somebody open Wireshark? Open your Wireshark and share the screen. Once you open your Wireshark, let me know. All right, so let us look at, when you click on this, you can go to statistics to see the complete conversation between these two people. Address A and address B. And this is the packet they shared. This is the ID, total packet, sent, and it will just give you a whole bunch of information about it. So when you see apply filters, select. So when you see from A with arrow back to B, it means that A, you want to filter the packet based on the IP address of A to the destination address of B, and vice versa from B back to A. That is what you want to see. You want to see the both conversations. That is what this means. Then the second one, A facing arrow to B. You want to see or only the conversation that is going from A to B. B to A. You want to see only conversation that is going from B to A. A to any. You want to see any conversation that is going from A to any IP address. That is how this works. Okay? So, and the same thing from any to A, any to B, and so on and so forth. Now, if I want to see just only from A to B, I will click on this. It will filter only from A to B. Have anybody opened Wireshark so we can quickly look at it?
Yes, I've opened one, my own.
Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing so you can share your screen.
Yeah. One moment. I've sent a request, sharing request.
Approved.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Okay, so now you can see that the layout is virtually the same. You can change this layout and you can see that in the second part of the layout by the right hand side, he is having words and the letters is not graph like my own. I don't know if you guys notice that.
Mm.
Here, if you type TCP, go to filter and type TCP. TCP. No, this is not
Yeah.
TCP.
TCP.
Okay, it's TCP. Okay, do HTTPS. HTTPS. Hello, abeg, I dey meeting, come collect key. There is something that is wrong. Your own is not showing the green icon to show that you can go ahead, right?
I think it's supposed to be in lowercase letters, like not in
Yes,
capital letters.
yes. Change the letters. Oh, he has dropped.